Hey, welcome everybody to the Car Newsroom. Today we're going to be talking about the 2025 Toyota Camry. It's not going to be your usual review because, well, you can find reviews on YouTube by the dozens for the 2025 Toyota Camry, and I would advise you watch those too. What this review is all about is going to be more of a guide, if you will, once you've watched the other reviews and you've come to the decision, hey, I think I want to buy a 2025 Toyota Camry, but I need a little more information on the models available, the colors, the interiors, some of the options available. So that's what we're going to be looking at today. We're going to be talking about where to go to find that information. So flip you over here and show you where I would recommend going to find this information. And it's none other than the Toyota website, because you can watch all the YouTube reviews you want on the Camry, but there's only one source that's going to give you the exact information on what comes on certain models, the colors available on certain models, the options available. So this is the manufacturer. So obviously they're going to have the information on this. So what we're going to do today is just go over to the Toyota website, and I'm going to show you a few, I don't know if they're tricks or not, but there are a few things that I look at when I'm getting ready to buy a car. So hopefully they'll come in handy for you too. So like I said, today we're going to be looking at the Camry. So Toyota.com, if you go over there, and up here under the shopping tools, you'll see up at the top here, you'll see vehicle, shopping tools, owners, and search inventory. Today we're going to be looking at the vehicle piece of it. Okay, so we've got the Toyota website here, and what we're going to do is we're going to click on this part up here where it says vehicles. So you can see that, and we're going to be grabbing the vehicle for the Toyota Camry. Let's get rid of that. Alright, so if we click down here on the Camry, when the vehicle pops up, if you look over here far to the right, you'll see the Toyota Camry lit up there. So that's the model we're going to choose, top row all the way to the right, if you're following along. If not, hey, you can come back on the Toyota website and do this yourself. Now, when you click on that, it's going to bring you obviously the Toyota Camry up. But the other things that it's going to also give you are some basic Toyota information here. It's going to show you right here all the colors that this Camry is available in. So you can click on each one of these and you can see that's heavy metal, that's ice cap, so on and so forth. You can go on through every color combination. Now, as you'll note, and you'll see down here, it says prices and colors vary by model. So only some of these colors are going to be available on certain models, and I'll show you how to get to that here in a minute. But at least you can see the total color spectrum here for all the Camrys. You can also see a few highlights, some of the pluses that Toyota thinks this car has, EPA, some technology you can get. Now you have to be careful when you're looking at like some of these items, because like this here, you'll see it says available. That just means it's on some models, it's not on others. So be careful when you see available, because you may think that applies to all models and it does not. But I'll show you how to find out what model has what here in just a second. So you can scroll down this. Again, you can get a little bit more information on maybe a model or color that you didn't see in a review before. And what I like about the Toyota website is you can click on the pictures, but on every picture that you're going to see this down here in the bottom. So you can see that little button down there that says info. And I think that comes in pretty handy, because when you want to know what you're looking at, if you'll click on that, it'll tell you. So that picture specifically is an XSE in heavy metal with midnight black metallic roof. So that's the two-tone color that we saw. So that tells you the color and the model that you're looking at. And you can do that on about any picture they'll provide. So like on this picture here, if we click on info, okay, that's an XLE in Ocean Gem color. And there's a few extra options shown there as well. Doesn't tell you the options, but it does at least show you the color. So if you see one that you like, then that kind of points you in the right direction. So again, you can go down here through the website. It's going to keep talking about, some of the specific benefits of the Camry, some features. And you guys probably already know most of these features if you've watched some of the reviews. You can click on this here and it'll give you some additional interior pictures. What's nice here is you can pick up some pictures that maybe you haven't seen in all the reviews because they're going to be some different colors and combinations that maybe you haven't seen before. So I'd recommend, just kind of browsing through that, seeing what's available. Now, once you get done kind of looking at those and you go down towards the bottom, it's going to give you the models that are available and kind of some specifics, highlights for those models. So in this case, you've got 4 models on the Camry. You've got the LE, the SE, the XLE, and the XSE. And then it's showing you the prices for each one of them. It's also showing you what some of the standard features are. So like in the LE model over here, you'll see that it only has a 8-inch multimedia touchscreen, where these others are going to have a larger touchscreen. That's a 12.3 in that one. Okay, this LE, if we go back, it has 16-inch spoked wheels. If you go all the way up to the XSE model over here, you'll see that's got 19-inch alloy wheels. So those are just some differences between different models. You can also see, one of them will have leather seats, one of them doesn't. So this is kind of a basic top line glance of what, the models, what differentiates them between one and another. Now, let's say you're looking for let's say you're looking for some more detailed information. Okay, you've got 2 options here. You can go up here to the top screen where it says specs, right up here at the very top. And if you click on specs, it takes us back to a screen we saw earlier. But if you go over here to the left where it says see all specs and you click on that, now what that's going to do is bring up 3 of the 4 models. So if you want to look at a different Camry model, all you have to do is do a change model. So in this case, we're going to look at, instead of looking at the XLE over here, we're just going to change that and we're going to say we want to look at the LE. And then you pick whether you want to look at front wheel or rear wheel drive, submit it. And you can see it updated the 3 Camrys now. We've got the LA, XSE, and SE. So let's say you wanted specifically to see if this had a heated steering wheel or not. They really don't mention it in the reviews. You're not sure if it has it or doesn't have it. So what you do is you're just going to roll down here. That's going to be an interior item. And you just start looking for heated steering wheel. And then we'll see which one has it, which one doesn't. So we've got heated ventilated front seats. That's not a heated steering wheel. Here's a tilt telescopic wheel. Okay, here we go. I'll get this highlighted for you here. Okay, so leather trimmed heated telescopic wheel. So on the LE, you'll see it's available as part of a package. The XSE doesn't have it, nor the SE. And then you look over here and you'll see a check mark for the SE, but when you correspond what it replies to, it's a leather trimmed steering wheel with paddle shifters, so no heated. So there again, you kind of have to look at the item or the option that you're interested in to see what model it comes in. I mean, it's pretty straightforward, but this is the best way to come up with that information to see, which model do I need to get the options that I want. Okay, the other option, let's say you're still undecided against a Camry versus maybe you're looking at an Accord, or in this case it's brought up a Hyundai Sonata. So you can build comparable vehicles out here on the Toyota website, and then you can click on advantages and it's going to show you the differences. And they're probably skewed obviously towards Toyota. Um, but it still can give you certain things. If you're really interested in that heated steering wheel, maybe the Accord has it and the Camry doesn't. So that might be, it might push you to a certain model or a certain feature. If you want to go back and compare the Camry models, you just click on this Compare Camry button here, and it puts you back in the Camry screens. So if we go to Build, and we're going to go up here to the top, and we're just going to we want to build a Camry. So there's a couple of nice features here. So we talked about colors earlier. Now you're going to see the models here, and then underneath each model, you're going to see each color that car is offered in. So obviously over here in the XSE, it's got the most color choices available. So if you like the two-tone colors, you're forced to go with an XSE. If you like any of these other colors, they're available in any of the LE, SE, or XLE trims. So you're safe there. But one thing on the Toyota website that is nice, if we're going to pick the LE for instance, and we're just going to hit a build here. So you can go in once you've decided to build, you can see the colors, and they're going to tell you the exact color names. So you've got Ocean Gem, Ice Cab, Celestial Silver Metallic, Midnight Metallic. Now keep in mind when these say metallic, these are metallic colors. And when they don't say metallic, they're going to be more just a regular flat type color paint. And we're going to get a little bit more information on some colors here in a minute, because the thing I don't like about the Toyota website, I mean, look at the rendering of this car. I mean, it's not even an actual car. It's just like a CGI rendering, and you can't really even see the color that well. I mean, it gives you an idea, but we'll talk more about how to see the colors in just a minute. That's one downside on the Toyota website. So once you pick your exterior color, down here under interior, it will show you the optional interior colors that are available. And Toyota is pretty good about giving you choices of interior colors. So if we we'll just pick Supersonic Red. You see off to the side, that's $425 additional option. If you click down here on the interior picture, it's going to bring up what that interior looks like. You can drag it around. You can click on these arrows down here at the bottom, see some different angles. Now what I like to do is leave it on this front screen, and if you go up here to packages, so this is where you're able to pick an option for this vehicle. Okay, so I want to show you how these packages up here interact with this image. So we're going to click on this convenience package, and if you watch really close, you saw the mirror change, and maybe you didn't. So you can watch the rear view mirror, click on it, click off it. So that option includes the home link, so your mirror changes. If you go to a different perspective and you click on the power tilt sunroof, there you go. So now that's upgraded the image slightly, so you can see that particular option shows up, kind of what that option is going to look like. What I want to do now is I'm going to back up. I'm going to exit this build, and I'm going to go with a different model. I'm going to go with an SE. Okay, so we're going to build an SE, same like we did before. Let me drop this video off here, and I'll just show you the SE only. So okay, so we're going to still pick a red SE. We're going to go down here and we're going to pick a lighter interior. So we pick the bolder color interior. Now we're still on the interior. So what I want you to kind of look at here is this area right here. So that's your multimedia. That's a standard 8.4, 8.5 inch multimeter. Now if you go to the packages and we look at what's available, you can look down here at this multimedia upgrade package. So you see that right down there, and when we upgrade that, We're going to say update. Now look how big that screen went to. So it went from like an 8-inch screen to a 12-inch screen. So I'm going to get rid of the green so you can see this a little better. So I'm going to deselect that option. See the screen? So it went down. Select it. It goes up. So that'll give you an idea of what that particular option looks like. So Toyota's pretty good about updating their image to reflect some of the options. Now it may not reflect all of them, but it does give you an idea of what that's going to look like. So I did mention, so that's a pretty good way to look at the interior. So I did mention that, when you go back here and look at the exterior, and you look at the color options, I mean, this website doesn't really show them that well. So once you kind of decided that, hey, one, I think I want a Camry, two, I want this particular model, let's say in this case you want an SE, and you're kind of leaning towards the heavy metal. So what's that really look like? Because you may or may not be able to find a review, online with the heavy metal. So what I would suggest doing is drop over to a one I use is Auto Trader. So go in there and then search for the Toyota Camry and just do a quick search on it. And then I always use this radius, just go nationwide on it and then just select the year for a minimum year of 2025. So it's only going to bring up your current models. Let that search out there and see what it finds. So we found 13,585 results right there. And then you can kind of filter some more and find the color you want. So if you want to go down and just look for the gray ones, you can, or you can just kind of browse through them because you might actually see another color you like better. In this case, we'll click on this one here, SE, let it populate, and there'll usually be several pictures out there, so just bring them up, expand them a little bit. Okay, there you go. So you can see what that exterior looks like. You can see the contrasting black very, very well. Because right now it's so hard to find these, at the dealership. You may have to get on a waiting list. You may not be able to just swing by your dealer and look at all these colors on the lot because they're still, pre-ordering a lot of these. So I would go on Auto Trader, or Cars.com is a good site too, and just look at your color options. And usually somewhere in the description down here it will tell you, so this one here is underground. That's the color. You can bounce back to your Toyota and okay, we were looking at heavy metal, which looks a little darker, but so the underground is actually probably a little darker, but you can bounce back and forth. You can find those colors and you can kind of see a real life picture. So that's going to help you decide on your color. You can do the same with the interior. Pick an interior color and check that out, and then you can see if you like the lighter or the darker color interiors. Last thing I would say is, obviously you're looking at the Camrys, you're thinking about them, you're close to pulling the trigger on it. I would go to your dealer for a test drive. I would still go drive one. I'd go sit in one if they have one, even if it's not the same model, because there's nothing better than sitting in the vehicle and just seeing how it feels on you. You can watch all the reviews online you want, but go check it out in person, see if it's got the fit you like, and then you'll be prepared to, at that point, know which color you want, know what options you want, know what models you want, and you can talk to the dealer right then and there. So I appreciate you watching. I would appreciate you, give us a subscribe if you like this video. We're going to try to keep bringing these to you, and appreciate you watching today.